It was a warm afternoon by the Sea of Galilee, and crowds had been following Jesus wherever he went. Word had spread throughout the towns and villages. The teacher is here, the one who heals the sick and speaks with power and kindness. Families, travelers, and the sick gathered to hear him. They climbed hills, walked dusty roads, and crossed fields just to be near him. Jesus looked upon them with deep compassion. Many were tired, hungry, and lost. Not only in body, but in heart. Jesus had gone with his disciples to a quiet place to rest. But when he saw the vast crowd approaching, men, women, and children stretching as far as the eye could see, his heart was moved. He said to his disciples, "They are like sheep without a shepherd." So though he had hoped for rest, Jesus began to teach. He spoke to them about the kingdom of God, about love, forgiveness, and faith. He healed the sick, comforted the weary, and gave hope to the poor. The day passed quickly. The sun began to dip low, painting the hills in gold and red. The disciples looked around and realized something. No one had eaten all day. The disciples came to Jesus and said, "This is a remote place and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy food for themselves." But Jesus looked at them with a knowing smile. "They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat." The disciples were stunned. Philip said, "Lord, even if we had 8 months' wages, we couldn't buy enough bread for all these people." Andrew, another disciple, said, "There's a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 small fish. But what good is that for so many?" Jesus took a deep breath, and his eyes sparkled with quiet confidence. "Bring them here to me," he said. Jesus told everyone to sit down in groups on the green grass, hundreds and hundreds of small circles, like flowers blooming across the hillside. Then he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish into his hands. He looked up to heaven and gave thanks to his Father. He blessed the food, broke the loaves into pieces and gave them to his disciples, saying, "Distribute these among the people." The disciples obeyed. They began to pass out the food, first to one group, then another, and something astonishing happened. The bread did not run out. No matter how many people they fed, there was always more. Basket after basket, piece after piece, until everyone, all 5,000 men plus women and children, had eaten as much as they wanted. Laughter and joy filled the air. Children shared pieces of bread with their friends. Parents marveled at the endless fish. People could hardly believe what they were seeing. What began as a handful of food had become a feast for thousands. Afterward, the disciples collected 12 baskets of leftovers. The miracle was a sign. As Jesus later said, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty."